Hey everybody, Paint Marine here, back with another matter of fact. So we'll be doing the Adeptus Custodes today. Pretty short FAQ, but let's dive in here and see what erratas and FAQs they have. So first up, errata on page 56 under abilities, it says to change to read the following ability is common to several Adeptus Custodes units. Okay, well. Like I said, these videos are to help kind of like hopefully, just give a general knowledge to people out there that maybe not have or know all these armies. I'm not having the codex. I'm not exactly sure what it says or how that would affect, the codex in general. Because this says the following ability is common to several Adeptus Custodes units. So I'm not sure how the original reads, but might just be a typo that they had. Alright, excuse me. I got something caught in my throat today. FAQs. Question. Can Captain General... I'm going to butcher these names, by the way, so bear with me. Can Captain General Trajan Valorous use his moment shackle ability to regain command points when a stratagem is used during deployment? Answer is yes, provided the Captain Valorous is on the battlefield when you use the stratagem. So that's an interesting thing. So in a way, like, he has to be one of your first drops on the field in order for you to start using his ability to gain stratagems back in any pre-deployment, or not pre-deployment, pre-first turn command point usage. Because I know certain units, like, spend a command point, you can put them in like a kind of deep strike reserve type of thing. And then I'm guessing he has like that roll on a 5+, you get your command point back. But that can only happen if he's on the battlefield. So that's a good clarification. Question. The choice of a Vexilla for a Vexillus Praetor is made when you add this model to your army. Does a model count as being added to my army when I choose it as part of my army, or when I deploy it on the battlefield? Answer is when you choose it as part of your army. Okay, so I'm not really sure what this question was trying to get to, or how, so it says that the choice of a Vexilla for Praetor is made when you add this model to your army. And then their question then is, does a model count as being added to your army when you choose it, so when you make your list, or when you deploy it on the battlefield? I don't know, that one to me seems pretty straightforward. I get some people, I don't know. To me it would be when you're making your army list, not when you put it on the battlefield, because anytime you're going to add any war gear or anything to a model is going to be during your list building. So that's how I would interpret that in the first place. But okay. Alright, next question. How does the Ever Vigilant stratagem interact with characters with wounds characteristics of less than 10? Can Ever Vigilant allow a unit to target such a character who arrives as reinforcements, even if they are not the closest enemy unit? Answer, no, unless they shoot weapons that can target characters, even if they are not the closest enemy unit. I'm not sure what the Ever Vigilant stratagem is. So again, that's one of those things. But it's good to know, like, if I face someone that's playing Custodes and they're like, I'm using the Ever Vigilant stratagem, and it's a character, whatever that effect is, then I cannot target that character. I'm wondering if it, like, because Ever Vigilant to me is like, it seems like kind of like a boost to their survivability somehow. So I'm curious if it has something to do with like adding a wound or something, or a wound characteristic or something, because then that would push them over the threshold of 10 to make them, I can technically target them because they have more than 10 wounds. But if that's the case, then it's saying no, unless you have like a sniper rifle that can target characters or something like that, you cannot target them unless they're the closest. So, interesting. So that's kind of cool, I guess, if that's what it is. I'm like I said again, I wish I had the codexes for all these, but I don't, unfortunately. Unless anybody out there has a hookup or a Games Workshop is ever listening and would love to send me some, I don't know, reviewer whatever copies, I'll gladly take them and use them to help kind of explain through some of this stuff. But anyway, wishful thinking, I suppose. Let's see. Question: how many units can be set up near a Velexis? I can't get that word. Vexillus. Maybe it's Vexillus. Praetor, when using the Vexilla teleport Homer stratagem. Okay. How many units can be set up near the Vexillus Praetor when using the Vexilla teleport Homer stratagem? Answer is 1 unit each time the stratagem is used. Okay. I mean, I don't know how the stratagem is how it reads, but I would think that you would only ever be able to use. I could see maybe where they're thinking, like if they use that stratagem for that whole turn, maybe they can use the Vexilla Homer, teleport Homer, but it's actually just every time you want to use it, you have to spend the command point and use that stratagem. So I can see where that could be like, maybe how the wording is, like, is it the whole turn I get to use it for one, or however many command points, or I have to spend command points each time I want to use it? And the answer is, so every unit you want to bring in using the teleport Homer, you're going to have to spend however many command points. All right. Question: does the Vexilla stratagem also extend the range of the effects of the Vexilla Imperius, Vexilla Defensor, and Vexilla Magnifica? Wow. So first off, that's a lot of something that I don't know. A lot of different war gear, it sounds like. So I have obviously, well, not obviously, I have the Talons of the Emperor that are still in their box, and I've also got the Custodes that came with the Burden of Prospero set that, I got, and I just like was one of those things like, oh, these would be like a cool thing to do. And I still haven't, like I said, I still haven't gotten my Emperors of Talon together, and it's still the box set with the 7th edition rules and everything is still actually in the shrink wrap. I've had it, I don't know, but they're a cool army I would like to do at some point, but that long list of everything. So eventually I definitely want to get this codex and everything, but this is some interesting stuff. So I'm not sure what all those are, but the long short answer is yes. It just says answer is yes. So whatever that stratagem, the Plant of Vexilla stratagem, it does extend the range of the Vexilla Imperius, the Vexilla Defensor, and the Vexilla Magnifica. And it's yes. All right. Does the Wrath of Angelus affect its bearer? And another simple answer, yes, it does. All right, and one more question. Do the modifiers for the Wrath of Angelus stack? I.e., would you subtract 3 for an Adeptus Custodes character? So I'm wondering if that's not some kind of, I don't know if it's like a range thing, like a -1 to hit, -2 to hit or something. I'm not sure. Or actually a Wrath of Angelus, to me, would maybe like add to their AP. Might add additional AP, but not sure. But anyway, so the question again was, do the modifiers for the Wrath of Angelus stack? I.e., would you subtract 3 from Adeptus Custodes character? And the answer is no, it does not stack. So that's the last of this one. Hopefully, you got what you came for, as in you shed some light on that. If you play somebody with Custodes, definitely brush up on this stuff. Sounds like a few things. The main thing I got from this would be knowing that whatever the Ever Vigilant stratagem is, you cannot target the character if you don't have a weapon that can actually target the character, or if it's not the closest, or that 10 wounds threshold. And then also, they don't get command points back unless the general is on the board. You the Maxilla Stratagem does extend the range of those war gear items, and Wrath of Angelus does affect the bearer and does not stack though. And that is pretty much the quick and down and dirty of it. So, again, hopefully you found this useful, and I look forward to going through some more, and we'll see y'all next time.